Alright guys, so we get asked this question and a lot of people are saying this, why is our stuff so expensive? So, I mean, first of all, it is, all our parts are designed and made here. It's made locally, it's laser cut, it's powder coated, everything's done in WA. So, and I've got my guys working here, Anthony, Riley, Sasha. They're all working on it, so whenever you're buying our product, the money's going and it's staying in Australia, so you're not paying for Ming in China and supporting his family. So that's one good point of our stuff. Secondly, there's big differences. Now, not everyone knows this, but not all extrusion is the same, right? So what we use is 10mm slot extrusion, okay? Versus brand X, which is 8mm slot. Now I'll show you the difference between the ease of our ball sprung nut certs. Okay, so this is our extrusion here. Our ball sprung nut cert goes in there, sits in, slides. Okay, and then if you want to get it out, push in, take it out like that. Granted, I've got little Asian fingers, but if you're a big mad Aussie, you can just use a screwdriver and it's still very easy to do that. Alright, so we compare that against your China-made product with a spring. Trying to get that into an 8mm slot, that is like impossible, right? We could try and get the screwdriver in there, and then you see the amount of time that took versus what I did there. And now trying to get this out is another challenge by itself. Alright, so as you can see how hard that is to get it in and out. And now the spring's going to get caught in there as well. So that's one good point. So secondly, so most of the time it's going to be easier for you to slide this through the ends, right? So they're much easier to handle. Alright, now which comes to our second point. This is our end cap. Alright? Push in, slide, secure, nice, firmly placed in. If you want to remove it out, can reuse it, put it onto another piece, put it back in. Okay, this is brand X's end cap. And you see, alright, so now we've got it somewhat on. And now if you want to get it off, you're gonna break your fingernails to get it off, because you need to get it off to slide the nut through. So, and sometimes if you try and get it off, it will snap as well if you use tools. So that's the second point. Next up is our connectors, right? This is our connector here, really thick. You're looking about, I think it's about 7 or 8mm cast alloy there, which we powder coat as well. They come raw. What's good about these ones is it's offset for one, and it's got tabs on it, right? So what that means is when you're doing corners, you can get it and it will be straight. You there? You can put it on and you can get it 90-degree corner, snap on 90 degrees. Okay, and you can do that quite easy on there, like that. Brand X connector. First of all, they are not offset. So if you're trying to do that, it won't work because you've got tabs there that only allow it to sit like that. So to connect it on the outside, you have to snap these tabs off, and that's a mission as well. Alright, it's so hard. Second, most of them come like that, and then you put this plastic cap on it. It looks pretty shitty. And the thing is, they always fall off. They're so weak, they always fall off. This is the black version of the same connector. You can just see the difference between the thickness of it all and how light it is too. Now this is also another connector that you get in some brands of extrusion. Looks really good. I must admit, I do like the shape and design of that. That's really cool. And that can fit like that. That can fit like that. like that. Of course, that's a 80/40 connector, but the issue with that is it's not tabbed, right? So when you're trying to get it at it could sit like that, it could sit like that, so it doesn't snap on and connect like that. All right, so once again, takes you a little bit longer to get it perfect. I mean, it is all you can make this stuff work, and it's all great and it's strong, but you know, I'd rather spend time racing than spending time putting this stuff together. And that's oh yeah. And another point is with the why we powder coat is because like this other stuff is anodized, right? And it just scratches really easy. So if you do that, you can really see that marks. And obviously when we're brushing up against it, either with jeans buttons or keys or tools or whatever, it just marks really easy compared to our powder coated stuff, which is a lot stronger. So it's much better finish. So I hope that's given you some insight into why we choose what we choose and the processes that we have, and why, you know, yeah, you do have to pay a little bit more, but you know, at Racecraft I believe in quality better than in quantity. So definitely makes your job easier when it comes to building, and you spend less time working with it and more time in the driver's seat. Thanks guys.